Hey, good afternoon to everybody. Happy Tuesday. It's Daryl here. It's 2 p.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. You'll have to forgive the appearance. I just got caught in a downpour. It's a very humid day here in Connecticut, and we're getting some storms rolling through all afternoon. Anyway, this is a new feature that I'm going to try out. It's called Let's Read My Republican Newspaper. All right. What I have in front of me is the Waterbury Republican American. It is Waterbury is the fourth largest city in Connecticut, after Bridgeport, New Haven, Hartford, and then Waterbury. This newspaper, the Republican American, is one of the main newspapers here in Connecticut, along with the Hartford Courant, the New London Day Journal, the New Haven Advocate. Those are pretty much the main newspapers here in this small state. And as the title suggests, it is a mainly Republican newspaper, Republican editorials, op-eds, and whatnot. So let's take a look, shall we? Now, I need you guys' help here. There's a cartoon here. This is the op-ed page. And here's the cartoon. Now, we see the mail truck, and it's driving away. It says Pelosi on the bumper sticker. All right. And there's a box there that says conspiracy theories. There's another box that says fake crises. And then one of these envelopes has got a skull and crossbones. So that's what we basically see. And there's a sticker for Joe Biden here. So we got Joe Biden. Pelosi seems to be, it's insinuated that Pelosi is driving this mail truck. And she's throwing out conspiracy theories and fake crises. Okay. I got to admit, this cartoon confused me. This is today's newspaper, Tuesday, August 25th, today. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about this political cartoon. All right, so it's insinuating that Nancy Pelosi in the mail truck, or along with the U.S. Postal Service, is throwing out conspiracy theories. We'll start with the conspiracy theories first, okay? Okay, Nancy Pelosi, conspiracy theories. I honestly don't know what they're talking about. If I had to venture a guess, well, then the other box says fake crises and the skull and crossbones. So, to be totally honest here, I don't know what they're talking about. I'm going to have to make a guess here. Mail truck, fake crises, conspiracy theories. I'm going to guess they're saying that the COVID, perhaps what they're saying is the COVID-19 voting isn't as dangerous. That maybe they're saying that Nancy Pelosi is making voting look more dangerous, thus needing the mail-in ballots. It's a stretch. I don't know. I honestly do not know what they're trying to insinuate here. This is what I thought when I first read it. I was like, oh my God, the hypocrisy is mind-blowing here. Conspiracy theories. Right now, there's a letter of the alphabet. I'm going to leave it anonymous. A letter of the alphabet. And I've seen some outrageous stuff coming from that whole area. I thought this was a joke. I saw something from the Republicans. If you turn the DNC 2020 symbol upside down and draw a pentagram, I was like, this isn't serious. This is a joke. And then I found out it's not a joke. There's a group of Republicans out there saying that if you turn the DNC 2020 symbol, the artwork for it upside down, it somehow shows some kind of goat's head and pentagram. I swear to God, I thought it was a joke. All right, conspiracy theories. Well, Trump and the fake election. This is going to be, if I lose, this is going to be the fakest election in history. Because wait, what did he say? They're sending out 800 billion ballots to God knows where, and then they're going to come back from God knows where. That's his explanation of how mail-in ballots or mail-in voting is going to work. That's what he's telling his ever so critical thinking base, that millions and millions of ballots are going to be mailed to everywhere and anywhere. They're going to throw boxes of mail-in ballots out of planes. They're going to send them to Mexico. They're going to send them to Canada. They're going to mail them worldwide. And whoever sends it back, they're going to count them. Pretty much what Donald Trump's saying. Geez, that sounds like a conspiracy theory to me. If he's basically saying, if there's mail-in voting, it's going to be the biggest fraud in U.S. history. We're going to have to redo the vote. It might take years. Sounds like a conspiracy theory to me. What conspiracy theory has Nancy Pelosi come up with? I don't know what they're talking about. I think what they're talking about here, I will get to this in a second, because over here from the editor, UPS woes are not new. I won't get into the whole, this is from the editor, I believe, a William Pape, and Pape Jr. and Pape II. This whole line of Papes sounds like a line of Trumps. What a coincidence. Anyway, so I had to look at the op-ed to try to understand what this cartoon is saying. Here in this op-ed piece, it says that, poor Donald Trump is being blamed for all this trouble in the post office, and it's all the post office's fault. And this is where I found out. It says here that the Democrats are coming up with this theory that Donald Trump is trying to steal the election by kneecapping the post office, and this is they call that the conspiracy theory, because Donald Trump would never do that. He hasn't done anything to the post office. He's just trying to make it more businesslike, and the Democrats hate that. Seriously, that's. And it took me about 15 minutes to understand what this cartoon, this very simple cartoon, was trying to say. Again, Pelosi in the mail truck, throwing out skull and crossbones. I take it that must mean that I think they're trying to say Nancy Pelosi is, they think she's overdoing the whole threat of the virus. And that people could go vote and all that. They don't have nothing to worry about. And the mail-in balloting, well, they're just trying to cheat. The Democrats and Pelosi are trying to cheat. That's what they're saying. Conspiracy theories, that's hilarious. Because for the life of me, I don't know what conspiracy theories. Again, I think they're trying to say that Trump stealing the election or trying to taint the election by kneecapping the post office, that's all just a conspiracy theory. He would never do that, even though he kind of admitted to it on TV. And his postmaster general has no explanation, refuses to put back the sorting machines, and took out hundreds of them. So the mail just goes a lot slower, but I think that's all part of making America great again. Maybe we just don't understand the process. Hey, let's read some of the mail that was sent in. It's funny here because this is a Republican paper, right? As I said, and that this article here, UPS woes are not new. That's by the editor. But the people of Waterbury have a lot of pro-Biden and pro-Democrat letters in here. Here's one. Connecticut counters defend police clamor. Okay. This person says, I'll read the first paragraph from this person. This letter is from Janet G. I gotta put my reading glasses on. From Lakeville, Connecticut. She says, this month I followed a link on the Weather Channel's website that took me to a survey on holding organizations accountable for fake facts and an invitation to donate to President Trump's campaign. The link declared that if Democrats win, they will defund the police. She goes on to say how this is all ridiculous. So she's obviously not a Trump voter. All right, then we have another one here. Biden will undo environmental harm inflicted by Trump. I couldn't agree more. So that's obviously not a Trump supporter. Okay, here's an interesting one. This is a Trump supporter. Doctors shouldn't inject politics into healthcare issues. Okay, so basically, I'll sum it up for you. This person, and I've seen this name a lot. This is a kind of, I guess I would call it a newspaper troll. This person is saying because a doctor from a local hospital around here, because this doctor said that people that refuse to wear masks are basically idiots. Well, this person got very offended by that. And she thinks that doctors shouldn't inject politics into healthcare issues. It's, the doctor should never have said that people, he shouldn't have mentioned that people that wear masks aren't very intelligent. And, well, she brings up the point. This was how she made her whole point. That some people, because of medical issues, can't wear masks. And because of that, this doctor should have never said that, because he was making light of the people that, because of medical reasons, can't wear masks. So that's kind of a long, convoluted, roundabout way to try to get this doctor to stop calling her an idiot because she's not wearing a mask, basically. So yeah, she's a Trump supporter. And then we got, school safety issues have yet to be fully analyzed. And you kind of got to read that one. Basically, this person is saying there's a lot of work. We don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be hard to space kids out. This is a big, dangerous question mark on how this is all going to work and how dangerous it's going to be. So that's actually a very intelligent letter. And it could have been, I'm assuming it was written by a non-Trump supporter, because it is fairly intelligent and thoughtful, and not just all about money and worshiping Trump. So those are some basic letters. It would seem that most of the letters are more anti-Trump. It would, being a Republican newspaper that favors Trump, you would think that out of the hundreds of letters they get sent, that they would be able to dig up at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 6 pro-Trump letters. But I don't know, maybe they're just trying to be fair and put in 5 anti-Trump and 1 or 2 pro-Trump. I don't know. So anyway, this is today's episode of Let's Read My Republican Newspaper. Tune in tomorrow.